बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुनतीरावनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा माधव जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 एवं श्रीपाद परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्री माता चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की समस्त गौरव भक्तवृंद की हिताय गौर प्रेमान ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनुभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे and how do you say this mic left side this one You will understand. Hare Krishna. Most consistent batch. Very nice. How are you? Hello. Fine. Okay. Thank you very much for all of you for giving me another opportunity to discuss Bhagavatam. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 9th canto, 19th chapter. This chapter is particularly meant for all of you. Most of the people. Very important. Important purpose. Purpose are very important. So somehow or other. Actually, I am first of all, I apologize because it's late from my side. That's because of flight. Maybe we could have booked early ticket, but anyway, somehow. So I am late. We have total 6 days, and we'll finish 6 chapters. This is the schedule. Okay, we'll begin. Sri Sukha Uvacha Saitamacharan Kaman Strainopa Navamatmana Udva Priyaye Nirvinno Gatha Meta Magayata. Translation, anyone read? From line, yes, yes, bro, please.
Today was on a shadow of Maharaj Yayati was very much attached to Buddha. And in due course of time, however, when disgusted with sexual enjoyment and its bad effects, he renounced his way of life and narrated the following story to his wife.
Thank you, bro. So we are discussing Chandra Vamsham actually. So Soma's son name is, what is Soma's son? Who is Buddha. And Buddha produced Puru from recipes. Buddha is produced from, yeah. Soma produced Buddha from Bruhaspati's wife Tara. So next, Buddha produced from Pururuva from Ila. Ila is, who is Ila? Ila is Sudyumna. Vayavasutta. Manus, yeah, son. Yeah. Shraddhadev's son. So that's the amalgamation. We discussed this in first chapter of Sai. I was there, no? For first 4 or 5 chapters. Ninth canto. There we discussed already. So that's why Pururuva is the son of Ila and Buddha. So that's why Pururuva's son is, what is that? Ahuva? Something. Ayu. Ayu's son is Nahusha. And Nahusha's son is Yayati. Yayati. So now this Yayati story we are going to continue. This is Chandravamsham. So Yayati's marriage and in detail it was discussed in Mahabharat. In Mahabharat it is a great discussion. I did classes also in Mahabharat. So we discussed this. In the Adi Parva only you can see Yayati, how he got married, Devayani, and after that, so Devayani and was fighting between Devayani and Sarmishta. So they are both are competitors. So they were insulting each other, but relatively, if you see, Devayani is so much pride she was having. So she demanded actually from her father, Sarmishta should be Dasi actually. But Devayani loved Kacha. Actually, you know Kacha. Yes, Brihaspati's son. Loved means she wanted him as husband, but he is very nice brahmachari to us. And he said that you are my guru's daughter means you are like my sister. I cannot marry you. Like that he said and he went off. So then after that Devayani, one day while she was went to picnic along with her friends and with Sarmishta and others. Sarmishta's father name is what? Chitrangad? No? Hmm? Vishwapara. Vishwa. Is a Danava king actually. And so then after that, so you all know that story. Anyway, there was misunderstanding and they threw Sarmishta threw her in the well, dark well, and they left off. Then after Yayati came and Yayati, yeah, saves her. Devayani, then Devayani so was naked at that time. So Yayati gave hand to her, so that's why she requested, not requested, she demanded. Like Devayani's character is like that one. It's a demanding character. She always, so whatever she wants, she has to get. That is the character of Devayani. We can see in detail in Mahabharata actually. Then after that, so she got married to Yayati, and also she demanded that because she was thrown into the well by Sarmishta, so that's why she demanded from Sukracarya. So this girl should be my servant. So for whole life. So then Sukracharya demanded that from that king. Rishiparva? 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 Vishiparva? Rishiparva. Huh? Just reading. Achha, achha, achha. Actually, in the Mahabharata, it is Rishiparva. I did. Okay. Vishiparva, okay, no problem. Anyway. So king thought that she only said actually because if Sukracharya is not going to help these Danavas, then so they cannot sustain, they cannot continue their life. So because Sukracharya he knows the life saving Vidya actually. So that's why Mruta Sanjeevani Vidya. So that means making alive the dead person. That Vidya he knows. That's why they want. So king want her his help. That's why he cannot go against Sukracharya. So only even he doesn't want his daughter as a servant of Devayani, but because of the Sukracharya's power, so king is obliged and Sarmishta also says, so for many, my family, my country's welfare, if I alone became just a servant of her, though no problem, I can take that pain. But so that everyone will be happy in the kingdom, all the my brothers and also my relatives. So like that, she sacrificed herself, Sarmishta. Then, so Yayati got married to Devayani, and along with her, Sarmishta also went because she is a servant of Devayani, maid servant of Devayani. And but what happened? Yayati had secret love with Sarmishta also, and he produced three children. from her and two children from Devayani. In that way also, Sarmishta is having more sons. And one fine day, actually, they went to picnic, Devayani and Yayati. So these small boys were playing in that garden. And Devayani asked, such a cute boys, so who is your father? Then all three showed Yayati. Gone. Situation is now once again. Yayati is, so he is in a great difficulty actually. Then after that. Then she became like a fire. Because this Sarmishta, then she asked, who is your mother? Then they said, Sarmishta is their mother. Already she has a lot of competition now. So, and she also said actually, so maybe she is a queen, is a king's daughter, so she's princess. And at the marriage time only Devayani said, as a condition, you should not look at Sarmishta and you should not meet her. Like that she put condition, but Yayati violated that and he had the secret love with Sarmishta. Of course, as a king, he can go to all his wife's servants also. Wherever, with whomever he wants to meet, he can meet. And he can produce children also. But Devayani put the condition. So he violated that. And she became fire. And immediately she went back to his father's house, her father's house. So her father became so upset. This whole story in the Mahabharata is a big story. So many points are there to discuss, but we don't have time much here. So then Sukracarya finally, yes, he became so angry and he said, you have so much lust. Okay, then to reduce your lust, there is only the solution. Immediately you should become old man. So back in the old days, so he cannot have so much urge for the having sex. So like that he gave a curse. But Yayati, even becoming old is not enough to live the all the sex life. So he was having so much desires. So then he requested. So his old age after later after some time. So his old age was taken by. He asked actually all the five sons, who is going to take my old age? I want to still enjoy some this married life. Then Puru accepts that he's the youngest son, Sarmishta's son. He accepted. So then after that, he enjoyed. Ayati enjoyed for a long time. Some few hundreds of years. Then after that, finally, what happened? This sloka is coming. This is the continuation. The story is not here, I think. Huh? In the previous chapter, it is there. Previous chapter is there. So in the Mahabharata, it is in great detail. Actually, it's a big. So many chapters are there. So how the marriage happened, and also how the fighting, so many things. So Kacha story also. So next, Maharaja Parikshit, Yayati was very much attached to women. In due course of time, however, when disgusted with sexual enjoyment and its bad effects, he renounced this way of life and narrated the following story to his beloved wife. शृणु भार्गव्यमुगाथां मद्वेदाचरितां भुवि धीरा यस्यानुशोचन्ति वने ग्रामनिवासिनः. Next.
My dear Indian, what from this Sukracarya? In this world, there was someone exactly like me. Please listen as I narrate the story of this life. By hearing about the life of such householders, those who were parents or householders, life always left.
My dearly beloved wife, daughter of Sukracharya, in this world, there was someone exactly like me. Please listen as I narrate the history of his life. Actually, he is narrating his own life. By hearing about the life of such a householder, those who have retired from household life always lament. Okay, now we'll read the purport. Persons who live in the village or town are called Grama Nivasi, and those who live in the forest are called Vanavasi or Vanaprastha. The Vanaprasthas who have retired from family life generally lament about their past family life because it engaged them in trying to fulfill lusty desires. Prahlad Maharaj said that one should retire from family life as soon as possible. And he described family life as the darkest well. So, if one continuously or permanently concentrates on living with his family, he should be understood to be killing himself. In the Vedic civilization, therefore, it is recommended that one retire from family life at the end of his 50th year and go to Vana, the forest. When he becomes expert or accustomed to forest life or retired life as Vanaprastha, he should accept sannyasa. Vanam gato yadharim asrayeta. Sannyasa means accepting unalloyed engagement in the service of the Lord. Vedic civilization therefore recommends four different stages of life: Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. One should be very much ashamed of remaining a householder and not promoting oneself to the two higher stages, namely Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. Note this point. Last point. I said this whole chapter is for all of you only. In this regard, we will be reading a few more slokas. So about the family life. Okay, we'll take the next sloka. Now he is started narrating the story. Sloka third. बस्तये को वने कश्चित् विचिन्वन् प्रियमात्मनः ददर्श कूपे पतितां स्वकर्मावशगामजाम्.
While wandering in the forest, seeking to satisfy his senses, a he-goat by chance approached a well, in which, in which he saw a she-goat standing helplessly, having fallen into it by the influence of the results of fruitive activities.
So now Yayati started narrating a story to Devayani. There is a two goat. There are two goats are there. One is he goat and another is she goat. So she goat fell into a well actually, and he goat approached her. Having fallen into it by the influence of the results of fruitive activities. Why she got there in that well? Because of her karma. Here Maharaj Yayati compares himself to a he goat and Devayani to a she goat and describes the nature of man and woman. Like a he goat, a man searches for sense gratification, wandering here and there. And a woman without the shelter of a man, her husband, is like a she goat that has fallen into a well. Without being cared by a man, a woman cannot be happy. Point should be noted this. This is also important. That's why every woman should be get married. Indeed, she is just like a she goat that has fallen into a well and is struggling for existence. Therefore, a woman must take shelter of her father, as Devayani did when under the care of Sukracarya. And then the father must give the daughter in charity to a suitable man, or a suitable man should help the woman by placing her under the care of a husband. This is shown vividly by the life of Devayani. When King Yayati delivered Devayani from the well, she felt great relief and requested Yayati to accept her as his wife. But when the Maharaj Yayati accepted Devayani, he became too attached and had sex life not only with her but with others like Sarmishta. Yet still he was dissatisfied. Therefore, one should retire by force from such a family life as Ayati's. When one is fully convinced of the degrading nature of worldly family life, one should completely renounce this way of life, like take sannyasa, and engage himself fully in the service of the Lord. Then one's life will be successful. So this family attachment is very powerful actually. It's very difficult so to come out, but without coming out, one cannot be fully Krishna conscious. So that means sarvopadi vinirmuktam. One should be coming out from all the designations. One should be coming out from all the kinds of the attachments to the family and wife. Otherwise, it is not possible to become fully Krishna conscious. So we have seen like this and another places also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 29th chapter, 54 sloka. Let us just read that. 429, 54. I'm reading translation. My dear king. So Narada is explaining to the Prachina Bargi. My dear king, woman who is very attractive in the beginning, but in the end very disturbing, is exactly like the flower, which is attractive in the beginning and what is that detestable at the end. With woman, the living entity is entangled with lusty desires, and he enjoys sex just as one enjoys the aroma of a flower. He thus enjoys a life of sense gratification from his tongue to his genitals. And in this way, the living entity considers himself very happy in family life. So that's the way, na? The boy and girl they come together, and so because of the attraction towards the girl only, so he'll be getting the motivation to do hard work. How a man can get so much hard work every day he is doing. So because of what he has a lot of attraction for women. But I'm getting laughing actually. So last time also three times I came. Every time our purports are like this only for your life, and you are all very elderly people. I don't know. Vamsi was I came for Mohini. That's a Mohini Avatara. And then after that, ninth canto 125. And now all three times are similar kind of purpose. Anyway, so you are all knowing very much better than me of all these things. But anyway, we should discuss this from Bhagavatam. He thus enjoys a life of sense gratification from the tongue to his genitals. And in this way, the living entity considers himself very happy in family life. United with his wife, he always remains absorbed in such thoughts. He feels great pleasure in hearing the talks of his wife and children, which are like the sweet humming of bumblebees that collect honey from flower to flower. He forgets that before him is time, which is taking away his lifespan with the passing of day and night. He doesn't see the gradual diminishing of his life, nor does he care about the superintendent of death who is trying to kill him from behind. Just try to understand this. You are in a precarious position and are threatened from all sides. It's a situation actually. Very deeply actually, this bondage between the wife and husband is very, very powerful actually. Don't undermine this. To become fully Krishna consciousness, you should leave that attachment also. It's a must actually. Both will not work together. That means, so because she is my wife, and that's why, so I have love for her. So this kind of, uh, and many times it will be very easy to be cheated by ourselves. So we think that, oh, okay, we are all Vaishnava family, yes. And but actually there is no point of Vaishnavism there, but so to cover our material attractions also sometimes we just say in the lip service, yeah, we are all Vaishnavas, so we can have love. What is the wrong? But actually, you should see behind that feeling how much purity is there. You are really as a Vaishnava, you are respecting and you are caring, or otherwise you are having material attraction. It's very easy actually to hide your own thing. So that's why one should be very so careful about his consciousness, where he is. So it is very much that means that that is the whole society's the impulse the behind the working hard is the attraction for woman, and she will be serving him and in all the ways by cooking and by feeding and by satisfying in his in another ways in this way. So every man is get too much attached actually. So but when the age of 50 comes, they should retire from all of these things. So if they don't retire from this kind of life, that means nice palatable things always wife should cook and then only I can be happy. And this kind of that means she has to take care of me and she has to. So that means I need all of her support. So such attachments are there, then that is not good actually. So one should come out from as much as bhakti increases. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayatyasu Vairagyam Gnanam Cheda Haitukam. So as much as we progress in our devotion, what should be the outcome? Gnanam Cha Yad Vairagyam. That means there should be so renouncement. There should be disgusting. That means there should be feel of renouncing the material comforts, like how in the first day of your marriage how you are so happy and so deep in your love with your wife and so much exchanges, same thing you are feeling now also. That's not at all a good sign of your devotion. It's not a good sign. So really if we are progressing means we should take out Srila Prabhupada is an example actually. So when the 50 years one get, they has to retire from the family and increase their time more and more for the Krishna consciousness. That's the Prabhupada is saying here, if one should retire from this family life. In the previous sloka we have seen. It's a must actually. One should be very much ashamed of remaining a householder and not promoting oneself to the two higher stages, namely vanaprastha and sannyasa. So next, fourth sloka. तस्या तस्या उद्धरणोपायं पस्तकामी विचिन्तयन् व्यदत्तातीर्थमुद्धृत्य विषाणाग्रेण रोधसी. After planning how to get the she goat out of well, the lusty he goat dug up the earth on the well's edge with the point of his horns in such a way that she was able to come out very easily. That means after family life, after marriage, what he will do? He will keep on making hard work. He will be doing hard work. Every man is doing hard work to satisfy, to make comfort, to make she goat comfortable, and also the outcomes, the offsprings of the she goat, so also should be comfortable, and they should be always glorifying him. So in to make that, he will be working hard. So here Yayati is saying this he goat using his hands, it is digging the sides of the well and making that she goat easily, peacefully she can come out. That means we can see the purport. Attraction for woman is the impetus of economic development. housing, and many other things meant for living comfortably in this material world. Digging up the earth to make a way out for the she goat was laborious work task. But before accepting the she goat, the he goat underwent this labor. अतो गृहक्षेत्र सुतपात वित्तैर जनस्य मोहयम aham mameti. The union between male and female provides the impetus for gaining a nice apartment, a good income, children, and friends. Thus, one becomes entangled in this material world. What is always Grihastha's thinking will be? How to increase my income? How to increase my income? And after that, how to make more and more comforts. So how to make my house more comfortable? How to make so my children's life also should be comfortable. So like this is a continuation actually. Is keep on his whole energy. Even maybe they may be doing this so hardly maybe 16 rounds with a great struggle, but remaining 22 hours out of 24 2 hours, even if they chant at the time also, they will be keep on thinking in their some portion of the heart what is going on. So how what will happen, or where should I invest my money, or how to increase my money, so how to change my boss, or how to change my place, and this and that. This is the only the way. So this is the way they keep on thinking actually. Because the whole consciousness is with what? Is inflicted with the so attraction for the woman. So what is the impetus behind this? Everyone is working hard in this society. What is the impetus? Only the impetus is attraction for woman. Is the impetus for economic development. If there is no attraction for woman means there is no economic development. That's why brahmacharis, vanaprasthas, and sannyasis. No impetus for economic development. So that's why grihasthas, they are very much interested in earning money, and they should earn money and they should feed other three remaining ashrams. And what is the goal of the vanaprasthas, sannyasis, and brahmacharis? They don't have much time to earn their own money actually. They has to engage their time to do more and more sadhana actually. This should be the goal of the brahmacharis, vanaprasthas, and sannyasis. They should more and more focus on their spiritual advancement actually. And grasthas, they will be automatically they are engaged themselves in earning money, and they should feed remaining three ashrams, and so that they can also get the some sukriti actually. In this way, there should be cooperation. But having women and if you have no impetus for economic development means that family will not go for a long time. Yes, it will not go for a long time. So once the economic development and housing and many other things meant for living comfortably in this material world. Next. सोत्तीर्यकृपात् शुश्रोणि तमेवाचकमे किल तयावृतं समुद्वीक्ष्य बह्व्यो कान्तकामिनी पीवानं श्मश्रुलं प्रेष्टं मीढ्वांसं यावकोविदम् स एको वृषस्तासां बह्वीनां रतिवर्धनः रेमे कामग्रहग्रस्त आत्मानं नावबुध्यत. Next. Yes.
When the she got very
Yes, bro, please.
when the she got who had very nice hips got out of the well and saw the very handsome peacock, she desired to accept him as her husband. When she did so, many other she gods also desired him as their husband because he had a very beautiful bodily structure and a nice costume and beard and was expert in disturbing semen and in the art of sexual intercourse. Therefore, just as a person haunted by a ghost exhibits madness, the rest of he-goats, protected by the many she-goats, engaged in erotic activities and naturally forgot his real business of self-realization.
Yes. The real business is self-realization. Therefore, just as a person haunted by a ghost exhibits madness, the best of the he-goats, attracted by the many she-goats, engaged in erotic activities and naturally forgot his real business of self-realization. 99.99% all the society is engaged in what? So how to increase their income and how to make their life more and more comfortable. Only this is the principle actually. And they are forgetting the real business. The real business is self-realization. Materialists are certainly very much attracted by sexual intercourse. Yan maitunadi gruhamedi sukam hi tucham. Although one becomes a grihastha or householder to enjoy sex life to his heart's content, one is never satisfied. Such a lusty materialist is like a goat. For it is said that if goats meant for slaughterer get the opportunity, they enjoy sex before being killed. Human beings, however, are meant for self-realization. तपो दिव्यं पुत्रका येन सत्वं शुद्धेत्यस्मात् ब्रह्म सौख्यं tu anantam. Human life is meant for self-realization of the self. The spiritual soul within the body. As a materialistic rascal doesn't know that he is not the body, but a spiritual soul within the body. However, one should understand his real position and cultivate knowledge by which to get free from bodily entanglement. Like an unfortunate person who acts madly, hunted by ghosts, a materialist hunted by the ghost of lust forgets his real business so that he can enjoy so-called happiness in the bodily concept of life. All the purports are really very, very important purports. So we can see in the similar lines, even in the, you remember this chapter, fifth canto, 14th chapter, fifth canto, 14th chapter. Whose conversation is going on? Jadavarth and Rahugan. So then after that, yeah, Sukadev Goswami clarifies the teachings of whatever the Jadavartha gave to Rahugana. That meaning he explains to Parikshit. This is a 14th chapter. That's the meaning of the 13th chapter. Is 14th chapter actually. My dear king, family members in this material world go under the names of wife and children, but actually they behave like tigers and jackals. A herdsman tries to protect his sheep to the best of his ability, but the tigers and foxes take them away by force. Similarly, although a miserly man wants to guard his money very carefully, his family members take away all his assets forcibly, even though he is very vigilant. That means he is day and night working hard and trying to gather money and keep that money. But what? Wife and children are like tigers and jackals. They always spend your money and demand more. Go and get more. Go and get more. Like this. So to satisfy that, they don't have, that means no limit actually for their hankering. So he'll be working day and night. Always says, wife will say, so see, those people purchased that flat and they purchased this agricultural land. They purchased that gold and this gold. What you are doing? You are not doing anything. So like this, keep on. So demanding, and he will be whole time. That means an energy is engaging in this, but they are forgetting the real business. What is the real business? So self-realization. Every year, the plowman plows over his grain field, completely uprooting all weeds. Nonetheless, the seeds lie there and not being completely burned, again come up with the plants sown in the field. Even after being plowed under, the weeds come up densely. Similarly, the Grahastha Ashrama is a field of fruitive activity. Unless the desire to enjoy family life is completely burned out, it grows up again and again. If you have the tendency of, okay, my family, my house, and I need my personal space, and I need my own way of food and lifestyle, this that, if you expect this, that means then you have to work hard, then you have to be with the family, then in that case, so unless the desire to enjoy family life is completely burned out, it grows up again and again. It has to be finished completely. Then only you can become fully Krishna conscious. Otherwise, in your heart, somewhere, they keep on working all these things. How to earn more money. Even if we come to the Krishna consciousness, if we are not sincerely hankering for the serious devotees association, and if you are not serious, then what is going to happen? So even if after coming to the Krishna consciousness, you look after for the ways to earn more money. Here also, same disease will continue. How to get money. So even that means we involve in the managements, and the tendency of gathering money will be there. This will be a very dangerous thing actually. So then what will happen? Then now it is not a sin, it will be offense also. Because of the taking away the Lord's money is offense also, it's not just a sin. Then it will make the heart more and more hard actually. And it will cause the heart to increase. That means in such a heart, the desires for the material things will increase more actually. And then when the desires for material things increases, then he will do more and more offenses also in the community of the devotees. He started looking for the opportunities to gain money from the through the spiritual activities. This will be leading to the, that means completely hell. That means making up mess actually. His life will be messed up, and no progress. There is no taste also, because as much as the offensive mentality will keep on increasing actually. Because of the material desires increases, that will lead to now not the sin. If you are not in the association of devotees, you will be doing this sin. But when you are in the association of devotees, but if you have material desires, that will be leading to what? Offenses. And offenses will lead to what? Heart will become very hard. And hard heart will become what? So lead to the more and more sense gratification. Then finally, you came for a hospital to get the medicine, but instead of getting the medicines, you are getting the diseases more. This is going to happen. So that's why one should be very careful actually. So that's why where Sukadeva Goswami is notifying us is very, very dangerous. So that means we should be try to simplify our life and try to make our life, material life, so simple, and leave the things which are just automatically available to you without great labor actually, great endeavor. And like that, if you keep on increase your taste for the Krishna's pastimes, and try to hear the Krishna's holy name, and try to discuss more and more Bhagavatam, and whatever offenses you did and we did till now. So to remove that, do more and more chanting actually. In this way, one tries to get this seriously, that means takes this Krishna conscious life, then he will definitely progress. Otherwise, it's very difficult. As long as the seeds of desire are not destroyed, fruitive activities are not destroyed. We'll go to the next. तमेव तवेव प्रेष्ठतमया रमण रममाणमजान्यया विलोक्या कूपसंविघ्ना नामृष्यद्भस्तकर्म तत्. When the she goat who had fallen into the well saw her beloved goat engaged in sexual affairs with another she goat, she could not tolerate the goat's activities. You all know another goat is, who is that? Another she goat. Sorry, Mr. Tam durhridam suhridam kaminam kshana sauhridam indriyarama mutsrujya swaminam dukkitaya. Next. Aggrieved by her husband's behavior with another, the she goat thought that the he goat was not actually her friend, but was hard hearted and was her friend only for the time being. Therefore, because her husband was lusty, she felt him and returned to her former maintainer. That means Devayani went back to father's house. Sukracarya. The word Swaminam is significant. Swami means caretaker or master. Devayani was cared for by Sukracharya before her marriage, and after her marriage she was cared for by Yayati. But here the word Swaminam indicates that Devayani left the protection of her husband Yayati and returned to her former protector Sukracharya. Vedic civilization recommends that a woman stay under the protection of a man. During childhood, he should be cared for by her father. In youth, by her husband. And in old age, by a grown son. In any stage of life, a woman should not have independence. Woman should not have any independence. So same thing you can see in the case of so Stri Swatantriam Narhati. You can see in the same Mahabharat in the discussion Dushyanta and Shakuntala. So there we can see Shakuntala was saying, so woman should not, woman, that means Shakuntala being a woman, she herself says. So woman should not be independent actually. She should be always taken care by either father or husband or otherwise son. सोऽपि चानुगतस्त्रैणः कृपणस्तां प्रसादितुं कुर्वन्नीडविडाकारं नाशक्नोत्पतिसन्धितुम्. Being very sorry, the he goat who was subservient to his wife followed the she goat on the road and tried his best to flatter her, but he couldn't pacify her. तस्य तत्रादिजः कश्चित् अजास्वामि अजास्वामिच्च न तृषा लम्बनं वृषणं भूयः सन्धदेर्थाय योगवित्. The she-goat went to the residence of a Brahmana who was the maintainer of another she-goat, and that Brahmana angrily cut off the he-goat's dangling testicles. But at the he-goat's request, the Brahmana later rejoined them by the power of mystic yoga. Here Sukracharya is figuratively described as the husband of another she-goat. He is also having wife, na? That's why he is also one he-goat and having another she-goat. This indicates that the relationship between husband and wife in any society, whether higher or lower than human society, is nothing but the same relationship between he-goat and she-goat. This is human society actually. He-goat, she-goat. For the material relationship between man and woman is one of sex. Yanmaitunadi gruhamedi sukham tucham. Sukracharya was an acharya or expert in family affairs, which involves the transfer of semen from he goat to she goat. The words Kaschit Aja Swami expressly indicates herein that Sukracharya was no better than Yayati. For both of them were interested in family affairs generated by Sukra or semen. Sukracarya first cursed Yayati to become old so that he could no longer indulge in sex. But when Sukracarya saw that Yayati's emasculation would make his own daughter a victim of punishment, he used his mystic power to restore Yayati's masculinity. Because he used his power of mystic yoga for family affairs and not to realize the Supreme Personality of God. This exercise in the magic of yoga was no better than the affairs of he goats and she goats. Yogic power should properly be used to realize the personality, Supreme Personality of Godhead, as the Lord Himself recommends in Bhagavad Gita. योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ततमो मतः. Of all yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith worshipping me in transcendental loving service is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. So you can see here in this purport, this whole society is nothing but the relationship between he goat and she goat, nothing else. And even they are all expecting so much from this life. So are they happy with that? With that family life? That relationship, he goat, she goat relationship is going to give the happiness or not? What is the purpose? That means family life. Everyone have the dreams, no, actually, boy and girl before marriage. They will have a lot of dreams, and so even the at the early age itself, teenage itself, they start actually. I should earn like this, and I can make my wife happy like this, and also wife also. So girl also keep on so thinking I can enjoy with my husband like this, and they'll be dreaming actually. Then what is the end result? Is what Prabhupada is writing in one purport actually. Very important. It is purport 15, 13, 8. Oh, sorry, 5 can 5th canto 13 chapter 8. The ambitious conditioned souls wants to be very happy in this material world with his family. But he is compared to a traveler in the forest who desires to climb a hill full of thorns and small stones. Everyone wants to become happy in this material world. All the grihasthas, so society means grihasthas. Brahmachari, vanaprastha, sannyasa are nothing but negligible and you can count less there. They are a handful actually, handful people. Society means grihasthas. So in this society, most of the people, they all try for what? So they all try to climb a hill. A hill of what? Thorns and some small stones. As stated in the previous verse, the happiness derived from society, friendship and love is like a drop of water in the scorching heat of the desert. All day working and hearing the so many scoldings from the boss and from so many people cheating and so many people blaming, fighting, this and that. After all, getting the whole day pain, what a little, just a drop in a desert, scorching heat. So getting one drop. The same way here, the material happiness is like that. One may want to become very great and powerful in the society, but this is like attempting to climb a hill of thorns. Becoming happy, that means husband and wife, boy and girl come together and they start the family life and they want to become happy actually. And becoming, that means this endeavor is compared with what? Climbing a hill which is full of thorns. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur compares one's family to high mountains. Becoming happy in their association is like a hungry man's endeavoring to climb a mountain full of thorns. Now the main point is coming. Almost 99.9% of the population is unhappy in family life, not despite. And if any point, not one where it gone, there are brahmacharis actually. Or otherwise, it's very fortunate souls maybe. Don't think that you are in the point one. That is another illusion actually. Bro, my family life is happy. You brahmachari don't know what you are saying. But actually, this is illusion. Because of illusion, we think that we are happy. See, if I go hard, prasadam, so my wife prepares and nicely she do all the service to me, so happy life. But actually, it is illusion. It's not reality. That's not the real pleasure. When you get the real pleasure, then you'll understand. Even materially, also nobody is happy. Lot of fighting, quarreling, disagreements, misunderstandings, and so suspecting each other, quarreling each other. So much troublesome. Always, wife says that why I got this husband, and why husband always says that why I got this wife. Actually, every day at least 100 to 200 times, both of them they say. Yes or no? No. Nobody want to say the truth actually in front of everyone. But this Prabhupada realization, Prabhupada is the pramana for us. Almost 99.9% of population is unhappy in family life. So that 0.1% who are in the population, that 0.1 population is brahmacharis, vanaprasthas and despite all the attempts being made to satisfy the family members. That means everyone is endeavoring actually try to make his family so happy. That is the goal actually. Maybe in the some corner we have some Krishna consciousness, but most of the time, so consciousness because of the habit, so old habits, it is always going to make the family happy. In the Western countries, due to the disassociation of the family, dissatisfaction of the family members, there is actually no family life. They are even more advanced actually because now there is no happiness in the family life. That's why we don't want any families. They are living like cats and dogs actually. Even some countries actually they don't want to have. In some countries, couples they don't get married also because if they get for married, then it's very difficult to get divorce also, and there are so many complications, and there should be share should be given in the earnings, this and that, so much complications. That's why now gradually what it became without marriage, people started staying actually. Co-living is also coming into India actually. Co-living is there now in the boys' hostels, girls' hostels. Co-livings are there or not? In Chandigarh also is there. Huh? Co-living hostels. Co-living hostels are coming nowadays. In Hyderabad is there. Bangalore, Hyderabad, big cities. Co-living. That means no relationship, no. That's different actually. That's without marriage. And co-living means boys and girls now they are staying together. And saying girls are saying, if I stay alone, then other boys may disturb us, and this boy is going to protect us. So our life is safety. That's why. So better to be with the boys like that. They are saying the parents. So this kind of culture is coming actually. That means definitely in the family life there is no happiness. That's why they are living the family life and they are becoming animal life. They are living the animal life. So, but instead of becoming the Krishna conscious as a solution, as a contrary to the dissatisfaction in family life, they are going more worse actually. In Western countries, due to the dissatisfaction of the family members, there is actually no family life. There are many cases of divorce, and out of dissatisfaction, the children leave the protection of their parents. Especially in the age of Kali, family life is being reduced. Everyone is becoming self centered because that is the law of nature. Even if one has sufficient money to maintain a family, the situation is such that no one is happy in family life. Consequently, according to the Varnashrama institution, one has to retire from family life in middle age. Pancha, Panchashordhvam Vanam Vraje. One should voluntarily retire from family life at the age of 50 and go to the Vrindavan or a forest. This is recommended by Srila Prahlad Maharaj. Okay. Next. सम्बद्धवृषणस्सोऽपि यजया कूपलब्धया कालं बहुतिदं भद्रे कामैर्नाद्यापि तुष्यति. I am only reading. My dear wife, when he had his testicles restored, he enjoyed the she goat he had gotten from the well. But although he continued to enjoy for many, many years, even now he has not fully satisfied. This is the situation actually. That means he got the youthhood from his son, from Puru actually. Even with that youthhood, he enjoyed for many years, but still he was not satisfied. When one is bound by affection for one's wife, one is attached to sexual desires that were very difficult to overcome. Therefore, according to Vedic civilization, one must voluntarily leave his so-called home and go to the forest. How many times it is coming? So many times. Not only here, in everywhere, every purpose. One should come out from the family life. Even you are in the even you are in the family, you should separate yourself actually. You should not entangle in all the family affairs. Like in the villages, in the olden days, how they used to. So they will be leaving all that means sons and that area, and in the just outside of the village, they will be making a small hut and residing there. Only sometimes they go to eat food. That's all. Whole day they are sitting outside in the small kutia, and they used to do more and more sadhana actually. Like that. Like that, here also that culture is there. The old people, the man actually. So he will leave the family life. In our state, it was like that. In my childhood, I used to see my grandfathers. So they live. They don't enter into any family affairs. So in purchasing, selling, this, that, business, nothing. No, they will not involve in anything actually. They keep on just hearing Harikatha and chanting or otherwise going to the tirthas. That means different holy places, and then after that coming once in a year like that. This was the system actually. They are the more type of nurses now. Huh? Type of nurses. All the Greek ऐसे पूछा ना तो नहीं who teacher now. अच्छा. There are four types of the sannyasi. Yeah. One who has used the outside is also the boundary of the Kshetra sannyasi. Yes. Kshetra sannyasi means at one place he stays. In sannyas also, Kshetra sannyasi. This is vanaprastha actually. In the next stage, it is the vanaprastha. So sometimes he may live with his old wife also outside the village, and after some time he will leave that also, and he will become sannyasi. This kind of system is there. So now that's why Prabhupada gave privilege for us. That means to be in the family, but Krishna conscious. But we should see the sincerity behind following Krishna consciousness. We should not take excuse actually. So this has just okay. Who can cheat whom? We can cheat ourselves at maximum. So that's why we should be always careful about what is the sincerity and what is the purification in our heart. We have to see ourselves. We have to question ourselves. Nobody can say whether you are progressing or not. Because you have to measure yourself by hearing these sentences, these statements of Srila Prabhupada. You are really detached in the family. You are staying in the family, still you are detached, or still you have so much attachment for everything. For everything, hey, why you are doing this? Why you are doing that like that? Are you hunting behind your son? Are you going behind your son for all these things? And that means always interfering in all the financial things and the relatives, family, fightings, this, that. So many actually. Family life means thousands of things. If you keep on engaging yourself on all of these things, so that is not at all a healthy life actually. That is not at all good actually. And you should not wait for a long time. Okay, after a few years I will retire. After a few years I will retire. If you keep on postponing and thinking, it is not going to happen. You have to end the story at the age of 50. You have to end the story. And maybe that means you should increase your seriousness and try to retire from all this. You may think, oh, I will do this much settlement and then I will take retirement. I will do this much. I will do, at least my children should get married and then after that I will retire. Then after that, children also now getting the children. So, oh, this small baby they are carrying, they cannot handle nicely. So let me stay another 5 years and then I will retire. Then these babies are now growing, and so after growing, oh, these babies are now they has to work hard, husband and a wife. Otherwise, so how these they can earn money? So I should be helpful for them. And these parents, old parents, keep on thinking, and now taking care of the children. Now children are growing. So then after that, oh, these children are not studying without the parents. So we have to be with them to make them to study. Then grandchildren study. Then after that, oh, grandchildren, anyway, I am this much years, so I have to see their marriage also. Then after that, grandchildren's children marriage. This will keep on going. Waste of time, actually. This will never end, actually. If you want to continue your so-called attachment for your family, you will be getting the thousands of reasons. But if you want to leave your attachment for your family life, there is only one reason: love for Krishna. Only one reason. If you want to seriously develop love for Krishna, then you have to finish this game. Otherwise, it's no. We are all left. What is the problem? Is there any problem? No problem. We can get somewhere something to eat. What is there? And we can live anyway, anything. That's why we should take a step forward, then Krishna will help. Then you can feel the protection of Krishna. If you don't put your step forward, you will never feel. If you keep on calculating your abilities and your bank balance and your family relatives, you will be there only for hundreds of years. So that's why there should be, so developing faith on Krishna is very important. My Krishna will protect me. That faith is very much necessary. If we don't have such a faith on Krishna, so we are not at all in Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada left his family, left all his business, left his all his wealth, everything, finished game. Became sannyasi and nothing is there in the hands, and he fully surrendered to Krishna and became puppet in the hands of Krishna. And then Krishna has showed him everything actually. Krishna has given him everything. That's a pure love for Krishna actually. This is the thing actually you should understand. The live example is Srila Prabhupada. So that's why if you take if you make determination in your life, and if you determine for detaching yourself from the family life, so then Krishna will help you. And he will make you situations and arrangements like that. But if you are not strongly desiring it, then nothing is going to happen. And that's why you should hear more and more Srimad Bhagavatam and try to get faith on Krishna actually. Then Krishna will be reciprocating with you. And he will show, if you believe him, he will show how he can protect you. If you don't believe and if you don't put faith on him, you will never realize and feel his protection actually. You always feel your own money and your own bank balance. Protection of this one. And your intellectual abilities and your skills and your strength, only this. So that's why That is really, very rarely, out of thousands and thousands, one soul will be surrendering. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit siddhaye etatam api siddhan etatam siddhanam api kaschin mam vetti tattva. So it's very rare to find such a soul. So one surrender fully to the Krishna, then his real bhakti begins actually. That is the bhakti, the pure devotion will begin from there with full surrender. Before that, whatever bhakti we do, that is not pure bhakti. That is mixed bhakti. That is mixed with the karma and others. तथाहं कृपणः सुब्रू भवत्या प्रेमयन्त्रितः आत्मानं नाभिजानामि मोहितस्तव मायया. Oh, my dear wife, with beautiful eyebrows, I am exactly like the ego, for I am so poor in intelligence that I am captivated by your beauty and have forgotten the real task of self realization. So, now after ending the story, he is saying, so he also became he goat. He is the he goat actually. And simply he wasted his time. Same thing we have seen in the case of, who is that? Privrat. You remember Privrat? What Privrat realization? Who is Privrat? Huh? Yeah. He was a devotee, fully surrendered devotee to Narada. You know, no, this story actually. In the fifth canto, first chapter, it comes. But Uttanapada's dynasty is over. Nobody is there to rule the earth. So that's why Privrat, at that time, Privrat was where? He was with Narada Muni and he was serving his guru. And now they want a king. So the Swayambhu Manu came to Privrat and he's asking, please, my dear son, take up this service of ruling this earth. But Privrat is not at all interested. He was brahmachari and very much faithfully serving Guru's lotus feet. But grandfather came. Who is that? Brahmaji came and Brahmaji requested, my dear boy, we are desperately need your help. You have to be now. Even that means there Vishwanath writes actually Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Sometimes even the Vaishnavas, if they give material instruction, that should be followed. So because of that instruction of the Vaishnava, Brahmaji is a great Vaishnava, and he gave an instruction to Privrat, and Privrat accepted his family life, and he was with his wife for several years, and he was ruling the entire earth, and he became another son for the whole earth. So he made all the inhabitants of earthly planets so happy, and he was keeping this. He was having his own chariot, and whenever that means Surya is another side, and he will be becoming a Surya in another side actually. And like that, he is making all the people happy even in the night time also. And when he was going in his chariot, because of that, the seven islands are formed on the Mother Earth. So he was such a powerful king, and he was ruling. So he ruled whole earthly planet so nicely. And what was his realization? And he was having so nice life, his wife, and he was giving so much encouragement him to do all these kingly activities. Actually, Prabhupada writes in some other another purport. So especially Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and also Shudras, if they want to do their work, they need encouragement from women actually. They need encouragement from women. Then only they can do. So being a king, if there is no encouragement from women, they cannot continue their work. A farmer cannot produce so much grains from the fields. They need all the time encouragement from women. But sannyasis and brahmanas, they don't do. So now, after this, this kind of family life, what was the final realization of the Privrata? अहो असाध्वनुष्ठितं यद्भिर्निवेशितोऽहम् इन्द्रियैरविद्यारचितम् अविद्यारचिता विषयमिषयान्धकूपे तदलमलममुष्य वनिताया विनोदमृगं मां दिग् दिग् इति गर्हयां चकार. Privrat was so happily, he was living in the family life. The realization of Privrat, you see, the king thus began criticizing himself. Alas, how condemned I have become because of my sense gratification. I have now fallen into material enjoyment, which is exactly like a covered well. I have had enough. I am not going to enjoy anymore. Just to see how I have become like a dancing monkey in the hands of my wife. Because of this, I am condemned. In family life, all the husbands are like almost dancing monkeys in the hands of their wives. I am not saying so this is the situation actually. This is true. This is true. A chaste wife can make easily, that means control, that means she can control her husband. Or otherwise, that means hand packed, otherwise hand packed, or otherwise fighting. Anything will go on. Many people they think that this is a very nice life. What can we do then? So Privrat realized that finally, so after staying so many years with his wife, this is his realization. This should be the realization for every Grihastha actually. Everyone should. His wife is also very nice, was very nice actually, very nice wife. You cannot say that my wife is so nice and I can live with her lifelong. No, that's not good. So, because that attachment will be there. So that's why at certain point of time, everyone should take all the Brahmanas who took Brahmana initiation, they should become sannyasis. They should endure for that. Don't postpone actually. Next life, no. Try to seriously. So come out from, at least endeavor to come out from all the family affairs. Decision makings, all the time you will go and sit in the decision making. Everything should come to me. Everyone should tell to me. This hankering is there with you, then it's not at all good actually. And you think that, oh, if I don't involve and they may do mistake and loss will be there. No, no, no. That will never help you to come out actually. That will make you more and more entangled. Privarta Maharaj, however, having been completely trained by the great sage Narada, revived his Krishna consciousness in spite of all impediments. Because of the Narada Muni's early days teachings helped him, now he realized that this is completely nonsense, this life is, and I am wasting my time, and Privarta left. The same way here also you can see in the case of Yayati. Yayati also now he realized my task, he is saying same way. I am captivated by your beauty and have forgotten the real task of self-realization. Next. Yat prithivyaam vrihiyavam hiranyam pasavastriyah na drishyanti manah pritam pumsah kamah tasyate. This last sloka, we finish here. A person who is lusty cannot satisfy his mind even if he has enough of everything in this world, including rice, barley, and other food grains, gold, animals, and women. Nothing can satisfy him. Purport. Improvement of one's economic condition is the aim and object of materialist. But there is no end of this material advancement. For if one cannot control his lusty desires, he will never be pleased, even if he gets all the material wealth of the world. In this age, we see much material improvement, but still people are struggling to get more and more material opulence. Mana Sashtanindriyani prakritisthani karshati. Although every living entity is a part of Supreme Being because of lusty desires, one continuously struggles for so-called betterment of one's economic condition. To have a satisfied mind, one must give up his heart diseases of lusty desires. Like example, people are coming to the dham, like example, Mayapur dham. People are coming and they are doing business there also, real estate business. They are bringing their savings, some 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 50 lakhs. Prabhuji, where should I purchase good land so that my land, that my investment will be nice and it will become within 2 years 2 crores? They come to me because I am also working in the land department. So for last 3 years, almost 2 years more, 2 years at least. So they don't come for us. Prabhuji, you studied Sandarbha, so can you explain this? Nobody will come. So people will come for what? Prabhuji, you are working there. Okay. So which land is good land, Prabhu? So how I can go do good investment? This is the situation actually. And that's a more sinful activity actually. Doing business with the dham land is the most offensive actually. Not sinful, it is offensive actually. Dham is meant for only for the sadhus actually, only for the bhajan and bhakti. You should stay there only for doing bhajan. If, like example, in the one more place I studied actually. So Prabhupada was saying in Vrindavan especially. So if you want to stay in Vrindavan, but if you are not able to control your material desires and sex urge, then you should not stay in Vrindavan actually. You will become like a monkey there actually. And better to leave that place. Similarly, Dham is not meant for doing any business. It's with Dham land, you are trying to see your material opulence, increase your material opulence. That means using bhakti to get the material gain is not at all a good attitude. Maybe you can have dham just to stay a small kutia you purchase and you are living without any kind of the so desire to increase or benefit or profit. So just live there. That's okay. But okay, now I will purchase so that for my children it will become for at least 4 crores. Then that's not good actually. To have a satisfied mind, one must give up his heart disease of lusty desires. This can be done only when one is Krishna conscious. Bhaktim param bhavati pratilabhya kamam hrudrogam asu apahinot achirena dhira. If one becomes Krishna conscious, then he can give up this heart disease. This heart disease only will go when you are able to dwell in the various stories or various narrations, whatever we hear from the Srimad Bhagavatam. We keep on sitting and entering into the consciousness of, like example, Privrata. So you have to remember the whole episode like that. You have to remember all the narrations given by the Sukadeva Goswami, how he was narrating all the slokas. That means at least the essence that should be in your consciousness, and that should be keep on. That means, like example, you can see like Sukadeva Goswami is also saying about the family life, how this is so nasty, and like that many acharyas, every acharya is keep on, that means every speaker and listener keep on condemning this family life and also material sense gratification and glorifying the bhakti, glorifying the holy name. Most of the time our consciousness, all the time our consciousness, not most of the time, all the time our consciousness should be drenched actually, should be always involved with this kind of the thoughts. So that's why, as much as you come close to the Bhagavatam, as much as you increase, because Bhagavatam is such a way, it is compiled, it can attract every day, the attraction will increase day by day actually. So, in this way, if you increase your attraction for this, then only the disease for the material things will be over. As much as you increase your Krishna consciousness, particularly Srimad Bhagavatam, then you can come out from this. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, this will not at all go actually. Those are all be in the hidden way, it will be there, but you will be putting a sari of Bhakti Maharaj to all of those. You say that for Bhakti I am doing all this. But actually, you are doing everything for your own sense gratification. So that's why you should be carefully observe the pure Krishna consciousness. What is pure Krishna consciousness? That also you should know. So not the mixed Krishna consciousness. What is pure Krishna consciousness? That is taught in Srimad Bhagavatam in every episode actually. In every conversation it is there. You should be intelligent enough. You should be like a swan to grasp that one. Grasp the pure Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, this disease of lusty desires will continue and cannot have peace in his mind. Thank you very much. We'll end here. So tomorrow we'll continue. Any questions?